Hello everyone, welcome back to Napoleon Total War. Now this is the defence of Paris by my two armies, one of 5,000 and reinforced by 2,400. They are a little depleted, but they are still quite strong, and we're up against a large number of cavalry and 12-pound guns, so it should be an interesting battle. Let's see how we progress. Now, I wonder what we're going to get. Are we going to be actually defending Paris? No, it's actually we've sauntered out, and that seems to be quite an interesting area. That could be quite interesting. We'll have to see how it turns out. So, we obviously will be up here, and they will be down there. Valentin Colville against Bianchi and Heinrich von Bellegarde. Yeah, very important. You always want to guard your bell. So let's see. I'm thinking here that the artillery will need to go on top of that hill. So if we put them there, and then we shall have these guys guarding them as before. Okay, so we don't have as much cav as they do, but we shall make use of our lancers. Now this is interesting. We could use these guys there as the camera spazzes out. Okay, so the camera's having troubles with the buildings. Wonderful. That's always good to see. And we do have 2 units of Jaegers. So I'm thinking that I want to put those guys in the middle somewhere. Maybe over to one side, possibly. Let's give them... There we go. So those will be a good force to use for long distance shooting and just harassment. Now, what we need then is a section of 4 regiments to cover one side, like so. Another section of 4 regiments to cover the middle, and then the final section of 3 regiments to work in the town, and at least deal with those guys. So let's see now whether or not we can get the cannons up there. That's where we want to get them here, so they have good visibility, but we also then want to move these guys forward as well, so let's do that now. So here we go. Get those guys up there, like so. Get these guys running forward to there. Good. Get these guys moving up as well. And also these guys moving up to about there, I think. Now, these forces here can start sallying forth and be used as a point of pressure on that side, with support by the cavalry, who will go up top, as indeed will these cavalry go up there as well. Now you can see obviously here these guys are taking cannon fire already, so I need to deal with those as quickly as I can. Now, you can see here, this is going to be the problem, is these cavalry here. A large number of cavalry. We'll have to wait and see. These guys might have to take a bit of a battering for the time being. Let's move these guys up as well. So if we move those guys down to there, guys going. We've got to keep an eye on them. So if they're going there, let's move all of them that way. Square these guys quickly. And have these guys here. Did we just kill the general? Oh, we did too. Bitches. Put those guys up in the square as well. And those guys in the square as well. And get these guys to deploy. Good job, lads. Keep it up. So we'll get those guys over. So we're being pushed relatively hard here. Just run into position, lads. And hopefully we can engage these guys with some nasty fire. Put them into number 1. See if we can get a nasty little barrage onto those guys. These guys can now move in behind. These guys can also move in against the 12-pound-foot artillery. And it looks like my right flank is being pushed hard. Really hard right now. So, let's see. Let's bring these guys over to the party. Get them out of square, out of square, out of square, and out of square. See these guys. Look at it, sheer weight of numbers, man, it's insane. Oh god, I'm gonna lose these guys, that's not good. Ah, damn it. Goddamn cavalry, man. Probably gonna lose all of my flipping artillery now.
Running first.
Where are they running from? Understandable, get in the square, fellas. God damn, this cavalry, man, it's fucking everywhere. Let's move these guys in. Bring these guys in after the dragoons. So we're still managing to hold them, but only just. Put some fire into those guys. Stay put. We will put a bombard into there. I hope so. These guys are starting to annoy me. Seriously starting to annoy me. Let's bring these guys up. Whoa, Nelly. God damn it. Won't have the square in time. Bollocks. Square it, lads. Sorry. Here's this section in the middle. Let's move up and flank. Have my flipping Jaegers run already? No, they're still there. get these guys to move up as well. Let's get the cannons to hit that mass. Get those guys out of square. Bring these guys round on this flank. Get those guys to finish off those rebels. Let's get those guys hit with a barrage. Come on, run. Good, they're routing. Let's bring those guys out of square. Just kill them all, please. Let's move these guys out. And out to engage them. Let's engage those with cannons. Let's push the issue here. Kind of makes me laugh that they'd lost their general so early, but you know. Life is a bitch. Let's take them out of that. There we go. Let's put them there. And then put this guy here. Come on, run. Just bloody run. Cannon, please. There we go, they're broken. There we go, entire army finished off. There we go. I'll sell for that.
Tugend und Tapferkeit sind unbesiegbar.
So, let's have a look. We lost 1,600 men, but they lost significantly more. Let's see how we did here. Kills all the Hungarian Fusiliers. Look at that. Fantastic. So, let's see. Interesting. What is going on with the experience? Look at that, the Jaegers continuing. There we go, Hungarian Fusiliers are ranked up. They lost quite a few men. Who lost the most? The German Fusiliers, wow. 216 men, they got quite badly butchered. But, you know, the point is we defended Paris. And so now they'll walk away. We have a new agent. And what we'll do is we might go after that one there, finish him off, and then use this fella here to finish him off. So let's see, first things first, duel him. Duel 1. He left the field alive, good.
Sir?
This fella can duel that guy.
Ich raste.
Looks like I lost that. Damn it. And then this guy
Kann ich euch dienen?
can go in and try and duel that guy.
Ich verlange genug. Ich brauche eine
We
Rast.
lost that one. Okay. So let's see what happens now as...
Vernichtet sie alle!
Ooh. Yeah, we've got reinforcements, so that's fine. Let's deal with these guys. So, let's see. Cannons on this side, I think. Like so. Actually, you know what? Let's put them all like that. Turn them like that. And then get all the infantry ready like so. These guys can stay back with the general. And these guys can be the front guard, so to speak. So we'll use them. And these guys. And the chevaliers. We'll actually keep these chevaliers with our general, because they're a bit damaged. And then we'll use these two here to outflank. So let's see how we get on, shall we? These cannons can fire. Those guys can move up. These guys can also start to move up. And these guys can also move. So they do have some cannon, but it means that they're going to leave their cannon exposed. With some dragoons, they do have minimal horse. So we're going to use these guys here as an ambushing force. These guys are taking a bit of a battering, but that's not exactly unexpected. Move these guys up further to support the other infantry, because otherwise they get caught out. So let's move those guys to there. Just line infantry flying the hell over there. So there we go, you can see the cannons doing their work. Whoops-a-daisy. Run. Run, get the hell out of there. Stupid move by me. Really should not have left them.
Our men are running for
Yeah. Oh, stupid. Bloody stupid. Let's move them back. Yeah, so pretty much lost most of those guys, which is understandable. So let's highlight all of them as number 3. Move them back to here. In the meantime, we'll unsquare these buggers and move them up. We may have to resquare them. Here we go. Take those out square and push up. Let's send those guys after those. Let's get those guys to engage the general. Not a smart general. Not a smart general. Charging an anti-cavalry line. Ooh. Yeah, I think it's fair to say the enemy general's dead, considering that he got multiple gunshots. And so it looks like they're out. Let me charge those guys. So these guys are in a world of trouble right now. To be honest, if the enemy general wasn't that smart, it's probably best he's dead. Let's send these two guys over here just in case. Nah, they're already going. That's it. They're pretty much finished. Not really a heroic victory under the circumstances, but, you know, we did what was necessary.
Siegreich und stolz.
Well, quite.
Sofort.
So he's dead.
Euer Majestät?
And now the battle that approaches is this one.
Sie aus.
With fortunate support. But with a lot of cav. But not very high numbers. The Battle of Leor. Where the maid came from. So, let's see what happens now. So, they are focusing their forces over on the right side, which means I need to put my cannons up here. Here we go. Now, we'll have these guys available to defend. These two guys in their usual light infantry behaviour. Now, let's see, what do we have? We have good numbers of horses. So we have Uhlans and Chevaliers. So we'll have two of those over there. Actually, you know what? We'll put the Lancers in the centre, because they're behind the general, so they can actually push that point. And then this guy right over the far side. Now, let's see. First things first, I want 4 regiments to hold this side here. And then I'll want, actually, you know what, let's make it 5. Just for a little bit of symmetry there. And then the remaining regiments, we'll put 4 there. over on this side, and then we'll have an additional regiment to defend the cannons, and then we'll go from there. Oh dear, oh god, they're a little bit too close to those cannons. Whoops-a-daisy. Sorry fellas, apologies about that. Just run before they fire again. Guys, get out of the way of the cannons. And then these guys can stand there and guard. So, these guys will keep under cover. These guys will call number 2, and we shall move up. And these 5 regiments we shall move in to get up close and personal. These guys can go there. Actually, you know what? We'll put them there. Like so. Now, there's the gen over there. Can we hit him
Glorious victory, sir.
with a
It's soon to be
bombardment?
yours.
Let's see. Put them there for long distance engagement. Okay, that's looking okay. Let's do some more cannon fire into the centre, I think. Now those guys can run because they're going to go for this lot. So the Dragoons and the 12-pounder. Oh, here come the Clippity-Clops. Now let's move these guys to support those guys. And let's move these guys out of the woods to support those. Uh-oh. Ooh. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. The Jaegers. Oh god, the Jaegers are so nasty. So what's this over here? Dragoons going towards a bunch of line infantry. That's going to go well, fellas. So let's use artillery to engage that lot. Let's put these guys in square and these guys in square. Okay, well they just gained promotion and a lot of bullets, so didn't do much good, unfortunately. Sorry, fellas. Okay. So, let's see. Let's put a bombardment there. Take those guys out of square as well. Okay. So, if we move these guys here up to there, like so, that should make for a good line. Why those guys aren't a square? I'm pretty sure I clicked them, but never mind. Right, let's move up these guys to the back of the cannons. Oh, this could be a good situation here. So those guys should be running into position. And these guys need to stand there. That's a nasty situation to be in front of cannons, it really is. So, let's bring this guy down, and these guys down. hit that guy first. And see how the battle is commencing. See if we can engage some of those with cannons. Let's move those guys over to attack with the flank. Let's move these guys over to attack the flank. And let's move these guys in to assist. Let's do a nice bombarding there, I think. Let's run those guys in. Not them too tired. We'll run those guys in as well. Those guys can go after that lot. These guys, who seem to be quite happy just sauntering, can assist to here. There we go. Enemy general is dead. These guys are going to break because we're flanking them. More flanking occurring. Let's just send those guys to charge. Okay. Hurry up and kill him already. Those guys just seem content in walking. So look at our bayonet boys. Go! The Austrian Zerg. Charge, lads. So look out, boys. The Austrian Zerg is coming. Austrian Zerg! Those guys can stop firing. Zerg! Zergfest. Ending with cheers. Fantastic. So pretty much they lost everybody but 20 men. So there we go. That has been the attempts of France to recapture Paris. Unsuccessful. And let's exempt them from tax. So hopefully their public order will improve. We'll wait and see though. And I think we need to move this guy back down to the border with Spain. So he's on his way back. What the hell? Why the hell is he... The bloody... What? No, where's he going? I didn't see his movement. Ah, there we go. I thought... For a second I was following that. I was like, why the hell is he going all the way around there? But clearly I'm an idiot. So, construction. The Court of Appeals. That's been repaired, that's been repaired. How much to repair that? Ouch, 2,900. So we have a superior general. Excellent.
Sir, so schnell es geht.
So we shall get him to research.
Was wünscht ihr von mir?
We'll leave him there.
So schnell wie möglich. Bin so gespannt.
So, a couple of enemies in there. And I think we need to use that guy to take out the superior guy. So, as you can see, we're progressing okay here. we're focusing on industrial. So we have Regensburg, or Regensburg. We have Graz over here, which is just a classical university. And then we have another one over here, which is this one. So let's just look to see what our options are for improving it. So modern university is 9,000. Ouch. Right. So now my concern is, let's see, hostile, yeah, of course, whatever. My concern is how much money I'm getting. So I need to start improving things around this area, but it's so expensive, that's the thing. See, we could build a merchant house there. Now that will bring me 100 region wealth, 1 plus per turn to town wealth. Yeah, so we're having a merchant house there. But we don't have the money to build anything else right now. Masonic Lodge, we could turn into a classical university. But Masonic Lodges actually produce spies. So, if we look at our research, you can see here we haven't built a military academy yet. So, what I need to do is, there we go, drill school. Now, if I remember rightly, isn't there a drill school in Munich? Yes, there is. So there we go. Now, let's check our infrastructure. So you can see our infrastructure is reasonably good. See, except for there. And there. There we go. So what I'll do is I'll focus on improving the infrastructure at Zagreb and also in Moravia. So let's see what the next turn brings us, because as you can see at the moment, Austria is pretty big, and I'm wondering if they're going to consider us a threat. Because you can see here what Prussia are doing. Prussia are very expansionist and are probably the biggest threat to me right now. So the French want a peace treaty with me. No. I want that other island. And I will not rest until the French have been wiped out. And here come the Kingdom of Spain, and there go the French. So they still have a small army. Now, what's this guy up to? How far can he travel? Can he deal with those guys? He may be able to. So there's been an enemy raid there. Yeah. There's been an enemy raid there. So what we'll do is we shall repair that. And we shall also repair that. Ah, excellent. So this is essentially here. I was going to use this guy to deal with this army. So he's going to go in and deal with Theo Bellew, or whatever the hell his name is, and try and actually deal with them. Now, the reason why this army is here is because I want them to get in here and take Corsica. Not sure where the hell these guys are going. Screw it, put them back there. Okay, so Munich and Bavaria has options for improving things. A drill school and star fort, no. You can see here. I need to save up for that next thing there, the military academy. So I'm not going to spend any money there. But I will focus my attention on trying to deal with these guys now. What level is that one? He's only a level 3. Well, precisely. So let's see if we can duel him. And duel 1, excellent. So he's been dealt with. We can now move him back to there. This guy can go up against that guy, I think. Damn, we lost it. Okay. So, let's just get rid of these, because we're aware of what's going on with that. And here is the Navy. You can see, is it a 38 gun frigate we just put in there? Yes, it was. So, hopefully that'll be enough to carry an army across, but we'll wait and see. That merchant house is going to cost too much to repair. So we're going to move that army up to there. And see, that's clearances. That army is literally just staying there to support Paris and replenish. Same with these guys. These guys are all getting ready to replenish under Bianchi. So let's get rid of that. And interesting. So we are at war with these guys. Yes, we are. So it's a possibility. There we go. Wineries. What will that give me? Happiness, nobility, 8 per turn. So that's a good thing to have. But we won't build it yet because we need that thing for the military. And what's this? Supply depot. Oops. +1 to replenishment, +2 replenishment rate. And then it does enable recruitment of. So that would actually probably help, because that's going to be on the border with Spain. And you can see here that young Bob is going after Pamplona in Navarra. So I'm quite comfortable with the fact that this army here is about to take on this army, and also that they can handle themselves against that army, as well as the remaining Frenchmen are about to be attacked by this army moving into Switzerland, and well, moving out of Switzerland, sorry, and into this area of France. And then I'll move them back. You can see that market. Oh god. Oh, that's their market. That's the Austrian market, so I don't need to worry about it. In Nice. So there we go. Let's find out what's happening. I'm kind of concerned because I'm waiting for the Prussians to attack me. Even though they love me. See, -2 territorial expansion. See, pretty much everybody's very friendly with me. That's probably because they're afraid of me, which is fair enough, because considering how much I own. So there's Spain, and there's obviously Corsica, which we're going to deal with shortly. And you can look here, you look at Prussia, what they own. And that's my fault for letting Prussia kind of... I should have gone in there and stopped them, and then I could have dealt with all of this. But right now, Prussia are running rampant through Spain. And means, as a result of that, there's going to be a problem. Now, it could be, you can see, I really wish I had that area, but, you know, hey-ho, diddly-do. Shit happens. And I wasn't able to get in there. But if that gets taken by the French, then I can then attack that, which will be helpful, meaning I can get that area and the gold that's in it. So, the Russian Empire, I'm thinking that maybe they might consider possibly the Prussians, because of their expansionism, to be a threat, and may form a war against Prussia, which if they do, hurrah. And then obviously everybody will form a coalition, so to speak, against the Prussians and deal with them, which could mean an opportunity for me to get more territory. But then as I get more territory, then it means that the Russians and the Brits will then come after me. So it's a tricky situation. Let's move on. Okay, so the Châteauneuf, or whatever they're called, mines, have been raided. So that means now we are in a position to use these guys to attack that one. And we might as well just auto-resolve it. There we go. And then... path blocked. Yeah, okay, whatever. Trade route raided. Oh god, oh bloody hell. Click it in and click OK. Right, so that's been dealt with. Oh, look at that. The Brits have just taken Pamplona. Interesting. That should make things very interesting indeed. Now is the opportunity for us to deal with this guy. And again. Will not stop until he is dead. And he lost everyone pretty much. Oh no, he actually kept... How the hell did he survive that? One cannon? Really? Oh, you bugger. So we're going to keep working on that. That merchant house we're not going to buy yet. But this guy we are going to move back down to Torino. Actually, what we're going to do is move him to there. And we can see we can build a new commercial port there. And we'll wait and see what happens there. So there's nothing else to do right now. Let's see, can this guy? Sir? Go after that guy. Yes, he can. Let's see if we can get a duel again. Well, quite. Crossing swords. Duel 1. Success. Left the field alive. Just kill him. Stop being so honourable and just stab the bastard, please. On Honourable duels, God save us.
Wie kann ich euch dienen?
Duel.
Er wird für seine Dreistigkeit...
And we lost again. God damn it. Okay, so now we can conceivably move him back to there. So he's in a position to support Paris. This guy here will have no problems against that guy. So let's move on to the next turn. And after that, it will be essentially all that. See, they really do want a peace treaty, but they ain't getting one. What worries me is the sheer amount of armies that the Prussians have. Probably as a result of all of their holdings means they've got the money to do it. So the workers are on strike, even though I actually... Even though I've actually reduced the amount of tax. Oh no, I didn't. There we go. I should have exempted them. There we go. That should hopefully deal with it. Now, there we go. Artillery gained. Happiness for the nobility. Or ancillary, not our artillery. What the hell am I talking about? Right, so here is Luzerne in Switzerland and here is Munich. So, what we shall do now is we shall construct a military academy in Munich, and that will be 10 turns, so that will take a while to build. In the meantime, let's finish this guy off. Thank God. Problem solved. Let's go down and say hello to the Spanish, I think. And we obviously get replenishment and everything while we're en route. So what's that? Wineries, that's going to be good. Because then that will give us replenishment for this area, you see. Happiness, happiness, plus 8 per turn, wealth and all the rest of it. So, sorry, not replenishment, it's that one, wasn't it? It was there. Supply depot, that's the one that gives us replenishment. Plus 22%, so that's probably going to be a good one to go for. But the question is whether or not we have logistics. Do we have logistics yet? What are we researching? So we're researching the steam engine, which will enable us to improve things there. Plateways will increase the mines. We're researching also the abolition of slavery, which is a good thing in my opinion. A steam engine and joint stock company, which enable us to build banking houses, which massively increases the wealth across the board. So we're obviously going to be looking at things like mass production. We're not we couldn't go any further with the what's it called, the military, because we hadn't actually got that far. So, you know, first one we'll build is probably military staff, so that we can, or general staff, but then modern rifles will come after that, and then we can start getting some absolutely fantastic rifling in there. Anyway, that's going to be it for this week, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Napoleon Total War, and we'll see you again for the next one.